Hello, everyone. Can we start? Am I audible to all of you? Is the voices loud and clear? Can you just confirm me? Okay, perfect. So, okay, right, we can start. Let me start with a question. How many times have you closed a sale by offering a good discount? Right? Yes, expected replies only. Okay, now imagine a world where you no longer need to cut the price to win a customer or to fix a deal. So, what we are going to do is today, I will show you how to sell with conviction and achieve the powerful results without giving discounts. Okay, so you are not going to, give discounts, but you will build value. You will also master negotiation and create long-term relationship that make customer, loyal beyond the price, and you will be able to cross sell the customer using the same customer, upsell the same customer. So all these is what we are going to learn. So together, let's discover the true power of sales done right. Okay, so not by cheapening your product, but by elevating it. And we are going to elevate the value of the product in the eyes of the customers. So that's exactly what we are going to discuss today, how you are going to sell without discount. So guys, let's get started. I'll share the PPT. Okay, so I hope you can see the screen. So this is what we are going to discuss, selling without discounts. Okay, so guys, to begin with, I just want to tell you and make you understand that selling is not just about pushing a product out of the door. So it's basically about building a relationship. That's exactly what you can see in that photo. So it's about building the relationship and knowing how to negotiate effectively. So most of the time you may have to negotiate to fix the deal, and you need to come to a compromise also, and that's exactly what we have discussed yesterday, and we have done the role plays also for that. So instead of jumping straight to offering a discount, we can focus on understanding customers pain points. So that's why I told you, you need to go through certain process. You need to have some understanding of the customer, understand the pain of the customer, and based on which you can deal the case. If the customer is in extreme pain, then there is no point in giving any discount, and actually not required also. So if you see a customer is worried about the long term durability of the product. Now again, when it comes to your product, if the customer is worried about certain things about your product, okay, then we should emphasize the features that address their concern. So this is the objection, right, that he can come. Certain times he can come with an objection, then you will address the objection in terms of how it is going to address his concern, his pain, like products high quality material, or superior craftsmanship, whatever. I'm just giving you an example in case of any physical product, but that should be the way you can address that issue. So this way, what you're actually doing is you can position your product's value and shift the conversation away from the price. So then price is not coming into the picture. You're actually talking about his pain point, you're actually talking about his concern, and you're also explaining how his problems are going to be addressed with the help of your product, and thereby you are elevating your product. Okay, so you are basically shifting the focus from the price ultimately here when you're doing like this. So that's something which you need to teach your salespeople. Okay, next we can talk about the sales velocity formula. Okay, so you need to understand this because this will actually help you to measure your productivity when it comes to sales. So how sales velocity formula is calculated, I'll give you a simple formula based on which you can actually calculate your productivity. So it is actually calculated depending on the number of presentations you make. For example, if you're a coach, you conduct webinars, right? So how many webinars you conduct? So let's assume you conduct 30 webinars. That's what I mean by how many presentations you make or how many clients you meet, right? And that means the number of presentations that you do about your product to other person, and the number of or the value of the product. That means what is that billing amount that you will be getting, average value of each sale. Okay, so number of presentation you need, average value of each sale you need, and what you need is your closing rate. Closing rate means, let's say I meet 10 people and I'll be able to close 4 out of them. 6 anyway will be left out. They won't be buying from me. So if I meet 10, and out of which if 4 are buying from me, which means the closing rate is 40%. Okay, so 4 out of 10, 40%. And you need to have the number of working days, let's say 30. We can calculate monthly, 30 days. So the formula goes like this. The number of presentations you make multiplied by the value of the product, again multiplied by the closing rate divided by number of days. So assume 30 presentations, okay, and 10,000 is the value of the product average value, and 40 is your closing rate, 40% is your closing rate, and number of working days is again 30. So 30 multiplied by 10,000 multiplied by 40 divided by 30. That 30 got cancelled, and then you will be getting that 40%. You will be taking that fraction, which means 4. 40% means 40 divided by 100, so 4, 0.4. So it is going to be 0.4 multiplied by 10,000, because 30 got cancelled, and 40% it is 0.4, so it will become 4,000. So what you get that value, that is how you can consider and calculate your productivity. So I hope that is very clear. Now, when you calculate your productivity, you can actually understand the areas that you need to improve, okay, where you need to work upon, whether to increase the productivity or how to increase the productivity. You can increase the productivity by improving your closing rate from zero point 0.4 to you can bring to 0.45. Then your productivity is also improved. How? You are increasing your closing rate. How? You are mastering the selling strategies at that point of time, or you're mastering again on sales. You'll improve on sales strategy, okay. It could be negotiation, like that. So instead of focusing on giving discount, what you can do is focus on enhancing these elements to drive higher productivity. So either take more number of presentation, or incorporate more number of people, or increase the closing rate, for that a better negotiation, right? So this is what you can actually do, or increase the price. Instead of 10,000, make it to 12,000 or 13,000. So you may think that even if it is 10,000, people are not buying it. So what if it is increased to 12,000 or 13,000? That's not the case. They will buy it if they feel that the product have the value. So you don't want to worry about that. So the point is not give discount, but improve on these aspects, what we have discussed, okay? Now, next is what actually I have discussed. How can you improve on your productivities? You can make it small, you can make it consistent, and that can improve your productivity. For example, I was talking about 30 presentation, right? So instead of 30 presentation, you can make it to 33 presentation. Or in 30 day, you are making 30 presentation. You keep the 30 presentation, but bring the denominator less. Instead of 30 days, make it to something like 25 days. Then again, what will happen? Productivity will go up, because the division with a lesser value. So I hope this is very clear. So make that 30 to 33, that means 10% improvement, or make that 10,000 to 11,000, again you will make 10% improvement, or try to increase the closing rate. So closing rate increase, it may take some time and effort also, but the other things, it is not meeting more people and making more presentation, right? And increasing the value of the product. So nothing beyond that over there. So that's something which you can do. So how can you do that? Understanding your customers needs better, and these small improvement can compound to increase your sales without reducing the price. So don't think about discount when you're not getting the sale. So what you need to do is try to reach to more people, increase any of these. Either you increase the price, or you increase how to increase the price? By increasing the value, and increase more presentation, try to reach out to more people. So incremental growth in multiple areas will lead to significant result. Don't forget about that. Okay, that's a key strategy as a business person that we are going to adopt. Now, the next is, how can you maximize revenue through upselling techniques? So you already got the customer, so you have already spent on that acquisition cost. There is something called as customer acquisition cost that you have already spent. You have taken the presentation. Now the customer came to you and he bought something from you. Now what you can do is, let's say the customer have came to you for buying X. You also try to make him buy another product that you have, which is Y. So he came for X, and you were able to negotiate and convince, and now you made a relationship with that person. Now he will buy Y also, which means the entire billing amount will be X plus Y, and that Y comes without any acquisition cost, any advertisement cost is not there, not discount is also given. So that is actually a very good advantage for you and will increase the revenue. So upselling is something which you need to focus on. It's not about selling one product. If the customer is coming to you, you should be in a position to have another upselling also with you. For example, if you take this one which I have given to you, give an additional product here. The example is your customer is coming to buy a laptop. What you can do is you can give a warranty package or a software bundle to increase the sales value. So let's assume that 50,000 is the cost of the laptop. You can make another bundle something like 5,000, and the final billing will be around 55,000. So ultimately, upselling is increasing your revenue without giving any discount, without having any extra customer acquisition cost, and it address the potential customer needs also. At that point of time, he might not be aware of that, he might not have considered, but you can do that, and it will increase your revenue significantly. So let's move on to the next one. Another important dimension that you need to look at is the most qualified leads, okay, the qualified customers, and you need to keep some strategic hurdles that the customers will come to you. So, why I recommend these hurdle is because otherwise you may get unqualified leads, and they are not going to not only purchase from you, that can unnecessarily make headaches also, and it can lead to some losses as well. When I talk about these hurdles, you can make it like market fit, whether that person fit the market, and situational fit. For this particular context, is that person is the right fit for you? Financially, that is again very important. See, for example, someone will come to you. Let's say you are an interior designer, and they will come to you and they will, ask for a design for, let's say, a 4,000 square feet villa or apartment, and then you spend all your time and energy to make it. But the thing is that he might be planning, it might be his dream that he might be planning to buy a villa in future. For that, he's coming to you, right? So you need to have a very clear idea. Or he might be saying that, after giving this, my expectation, you may give a quotation of, let's say, 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs, but he will come to you and will tell that my expectation was around 5 to 10 lakhs. Then he is not financially fit for that. So you need to know what he can spend and whether he is financially fit. Okay. And finally, whether he is a decision maker. So the person who comes to you, he will agree with everything. He may be like market fit and situational fit and financial fit and everything is there, but he may not be the decision maker. In that case, also, you are losing your time, energy, effort, and everything. So you should be talking to the person who can take the decision as well. So these are things which you need to keep. These are hurdles which will actually help you to save a lot of time and to get the potential qualified leads of the customers. Others, unqualified, leave it. The chances of getting that sales are very less. So deal with the people who comes after this hurdle. The chances of winning us like 70 to 80%. On the other hand, the chances of winning is just 10%. Okay, so that's why when you see I keep webinars by charging, there is no free webinar. Why? Free webinar means everybody will come. Why paid webinar, though it is very less price? Because those who come, who made an online transaction, at least they have the capacity to make the transfer. Otherwise, if you keep it free, there are people who still don't have the online transaction facility. Only 6% of people have online banking facility, that you know. So out of these, 94% also will come. I don't want them to come and attend the session because they are never going to make any payment to you. So you just need that 6% who have at least the banking, transaction. When you tell to make the payment during the session, they should make it. Right. So that's again one of the hurdles that you always keep. Never do that for free. If you are also conducting a webinar, don't do it for free. Okay. So, if a lead is not the customer, the potential person who's coming to you, the lead, initially it's a lead, right? If he is not going to make final decision, then what's the point in negotiation and everything which you're doing with him? So, or if they are outside your service area, you are doing some certain service in area X, but he's coming from Y and he's talking about everything and the deals and everything is fit. And he's saying that I'm from, let's say, this country where you cannot do, then what's the point? So it's against again it's not situational fit or market fit, right? So he's from a different area, so this won't fit for your business. So by filtering out these unqualified leads, what you're doing is you're saving your time and energy, and you are also increasing your chances of a successful sale without giving any such discounts or without putting too much of effort also. So that's about creating hurdles. Now, guys, you need to think long term. Instead of focusing only on a single sale or a single product, you need to think of in a long term perspective. Once a person comes to you, he should keep buying from you, right? So if you want to make money, a transaction should be made from other person to you, and you have to deliver value to the other person. That's why you make money. So let's consider the lifetime value of your customer. It has to be more. It's not just confined to one basic product or an elementary product or one single product. A customer might start with a basic purchase, but with a positive experience that he's getting from that, they may return for additional products, or again for the same product, or for the upgrades also. He should come back to you. So that's the kind of value you need to deliver. So the first sale always should be the best sale, because he will come back to you again and again. So for example, a customer who initially purchased a basic service plan might later upgrade to a premium plan. If he build a trusting relationship, he also want to have a long standing long term relationship as well. So he will test by taking a basic plan, but at the same time he's willing to upgrade also. So you are making money not with the basic one, you are making money with the upgraded one. And mostly the basic ones will get into the upgrade one directly. People will come to the upgraded one, the chance is very less. So there's again a very important thing that you need to keep in mind, and this long-term perspective help you to focus on quality relationship. And that's where customers will return and come back to you, rather than expecting discounts. No, that won't work. You have to give the quality. So automatically, by understanding the quality and the value, they'll come back to you. They won't feel like asking discount from you. That should be the way it is to be done. Another important point, another important strategy that you need to focus on is reduce your cost of customer acquisition, right? Customer acquisition, cost of customer acquisition, COCA. So see, these are what do you mean by this? Total expense of acquiring a customer you need to take. Okay, so expense of acquiring one customer. You can say when you put the advertisement, there is something called as cost per lead. That means total leads divided by number of leads. That's what cost per lead. Similarly here, whatever is the total sales expense or marketing and sales expense, it is by calculate, you add the marketing expenses, the sales expenses and everything, and divide by the number of customers you got. So let's say you got the total expense of 50,000, okay, for acquiring these let's say 10 customers. So you got 10 customers and there is a cost of, let's say, 50,000, which means one customer, the cost is 5,000. So customer acquisition cost in that case is 5,000, because that's what the amount you spent on marketing, sales, and other elements for getting this, 10 customers. 50,000 for 10 customers, 5,000 per customer. This is what customer acquisition cost. Now, to increase profitability, what you need to do is try to reduce the customer acquisition cost. How can you do that? I always talk about this. I always recommend this. Keep doing the PMP, personal media platform you need to have. You should be very active in YouTube, in Instagram. Okay, so we have options. Why you need to spend too much on advertisement and marketing when you can do it yourself? People are watching. See how people are joining my course. They see my videos and automatically they build the trust and they come to me, right? So chances of people converting is also very high in this case, rather than simply seeing an advertisement and coming back. Both are different. So start doing personal media platform or creating now itself, and start doing videos. Very important. I've already given the script and the format and everything to you guys, and still if you're not doing it, I told you how to create content also, and I've told you how to create 30 days content also. So still if you're not doing it, again, it is going to create a bigger issue and it is not sustainable, especially in the changing scenarios. Now if you look at, see, when we reduce coca by refining, your target, what you can do is you can refine your targeting. You can set the hurdles. That way also you can reduce the coca by using your own, presence in the media. That also will reduce the coca. Okay, so it will actually increase the profitability in each sale, and which will remove the pressure to offer the discount again. So that is another way in which you can save from by or giving. And next is this, actually shortening the sales and the marketing cycle for faster returns. See, if you want to get that cash flow, what you need to do is always try to get the cash collection upfront. So look at the sales cycle. See, at times from initial interest to purchase, it may take a long time. In some cases you may express the interest and then come to you and then talk to you, and final sale may take some time, right? So these long sales cycle can actually hurt the cash flow. So what we need to do is we should aim to shorten it wherever and whenever possible. One way to do this is actually by encouraging upfront payment instead of discounts. Now, if at all you want to give discounts, you can do it by saying that if you do the payment upfront, you'll get this discount. So it's much better than waiting for a payment, getting full payment. You give some discount to get the upfront payment. Okay, so that's actually allow you to secure the funds before delivering the product or services. Okay, that's actually a very good situation. So this also improve your cash flow without cutting into your profit margin. So see, for example, if you talk about offering a small discount for upfront payment, is anyway better than discounting the product itself. So you what you are doing, you are discounting the product and you are waiting for the payment for a long period of time. Now that you should not do. If you are doing or giving a discount, the payment should be upfront. That way you need to plan. Okay, now next is, and guys, again, setting criteria for customer qualification, which we discussed, is something which is very important. So make sure that the targeting is effective and the right customers is what you are, getting. So for that, you need to focus on the market fit, situational fit, and the financial capacity and the decision-making authority. Always keep these four in mind when you choose the customers. You have to choose the customers actually. So before you make any presentation or before you present your product or before you pitch the product, make sure that the customer who are sitting in front of you have market fit, financial fit, situational fit, and decision making fit. Okay, so that's very important. We should assess if the customer or the lead meets these criteria, then things will be very easy. So if they do, then move forward with confidence, knowing we are directing our efforts towards someone who's likely to convert. Otherwise, you are ultimately wasting your time, and that is not actually going to be much effective. So if you follow this approach, it makes our time and resources uh, effectively, and it can bring more profitability, and that can save a lot of effort and time, and that will also reduce the temptation to give the discounts as well. Okay, now always remember that every interaction is an opportunity to create a lasting value. So whenever you get an interaction or when you're presenting something, you need to, consider this as an opportunity to create a long lasting value and long lasting relation. And, you know, the transaction also should be again and again, multiple times by upselling, cross selling. That's something which we need to get. So when the customer recognize the true value of your product, okay, they are far less likely to demand a discount. So always make sure that you deliver ultimate value. So whenever they see, always there are people who say, right, the first impression is the best impression. So the first product that they purchase from you, that's actually a test. So if you deliver that value, automatically the second purchase will come to you. And if you are selling high quality product, that ultimately will definitely deliver that trust, and more sales will automatically come without giving any discounts. So that's about this session. Yeah, more than, so when you're doing this, what you're ultimately doing is you are shifting their mind from price to the experience, and you are getting that customer loyalty and you are building that loyalty actually. Again, you need to focus on that quality. For example, let's say you are selling some high quality skincare product or something, for example. So what you will do is you'll highlight the product scientific backing or the special features that address like specific concerns related to the skin. That will actually helping you to justify the price. Okay, so you will be talking about this is the way scientific research has been done and it has been proved this way, and it has been, the packing and everything should be showing that value. So guys, by adopting whatever strategies that we have discussed in the session, you can actually sell confidently without needing to offer any discounts. That is something which I'm sure set the hurdles. That's very important. Okay, and building your skills is very important, and you need to be a good negotiator. optimize your approach and focus on long-term value of your customer relationship. Ultimately, that will lead to a sustained growth and a higher customer satisfaction. So when we truly believe in the value you are providing, you will find that your customer believe in that product, and they believe in you also. So ultimately, whatever product you launch in future, they will be willing to buy because of that experience. So the price become less of a factor and relationship will become matter, and price is not going to be playing any role in buying decision. So that's about the session, guys. Now let's move on to the questions, and we have to do some role plays also that we'll do.